Hi, everyone. My name is Jason Vi. I'm the Senior International Officer with the University of Glasgow, based in Washington, D.C. If you can't tell, this accent is straight out of the USA. I was an international student in the UK, so I'm happy to be able to talk to you about how the country system works for postgraduate degrees in Scotland. I won't waste too much time on introductions because we don't have much time and a lot to cover. So we're just going to go ahead and get right into it. So, Scotland is a country. We have 15 degree granting institutions. Apologies to Edinburgh Napier, Glasgow Caledonian, Queen Margaret, and the University of West Scotland, who didn't quite make it on the map. But you can see how close together the universities are. So why I think that you should consider Scotland. Some of the big draws, it's a 1 year postgraduate degree program, not two like in the USA. And most people overlook Scotland as a place where multiple multi-billion dollar industries are investing in the country. You have a lot of corporate and professional networks to help you as you're studying and when you graduate. There are massive cultural scenes in Scotland where it's the largest gathering of public arts festivals in the entire world. There's the Edinburgh Festival, there's the Fringe Festival, which is in Edinburgh. It happens every single summer. And the great thing about Scotland is that you can actually afford to participate in these things, unlike a lot of the other major cities where comparable US, comparably ranked universities may be located. As far as Scottish universities, they are considered ancient. It is home to some of the oldest English speaking universities in the entire world, as well as some of the top ranked universities. Tuition is also typically much cheaper than what you might find at something like a US university. Tuition ranges from £12,000 to £20,000, which is about $14,000 to $24,000, depending on the day that you check the exchange rate, as well as being FAFSA eligible. So there's a lot of advantages to a 1 year master's that's cheaper. As far as that 1 year structure is concerned, you'll have a traditional semester one that looks pretty familiar to what you might be used to. September to January or late December is the first semester. September 2 is January to April. And here's where it gets a little bit tricky with a trimester system. Semester three consists of spring break, which is a full calendar month. And then when you come back in May from spring break, there are no scheduled classes. This is just time for you to read or study for your dissertation or your essays that are due in June. Once you submit your second semester essays after that third semester period, you begin writing and researching your dissertation from June to September. So you'll actually be involved in a full calendar, a year to year calendar program from September to September. As far as the application is concerned, we are typically looking for a 3.0 GPA from an undergraduate degree. And then the application itself is pretty standard, what you would expect. I do want to highlight that we need two references. One can be professional if you've been out of school for a little bit, but we are looking for an academic reference, somebody who can attest to your abilities in the classroom. Once you submit your application, as far as the decisions are concerned, your application is going to be reviewed by university staff, which could mean professors on the degree. So please make sure that your application is academically focused, not necessarily a lot of extracurriculars. And so the deadline for submitting this, 15th of January, when you're looking to start in September, can be advantageous for scholarship deadlines. However, you do have until the 21st of July, roughly, for each university to submit your application. You typically have 30 days after receiving an offer to accept or decline. And then most programs allow deferrals, except for professional programs and any Erasmus Mundus programs that you might be applying for. I think that's about as much time as we've got to go over everything. Please come into the any Scottish University booth during the fair, and we'd be happy to chat to you and introduce you to some of our other colleagues. Thanks, guys.